Hey guys, welcome back. I thought it would be really funny if today I showed you guys how I did my makeup in high school. I graduated high school in 2017. It has been almost 5 years at this point.
This is so fucked!
That's crazy to say. I can't believe it's been almost 5 years since I've graduated high school. I started high school in 2013, which is going to be 10 years by the end of this year. That's scary. I'm gonna do a combination of how I did my makeup in like early high school with how I did my makeup near the end of high school, because I was into makeup for a really long time. I've been into makeup since middle school, but the way I did my makeup in early high school and late high school is very different, especially because like in 2016, 2017, like obviously the makeup trends started coming around, like the ABH dip brow, cut creases, fake lashes, matte lips, like that all kind of became a trend near the end of my high school experience. At the beginning of high school, I wasn't following any trends. I was just doing what I thought looked good on me, and we'll get into that later. Funny enough, you'll start to notice that a lot of the things I did back then, I still do today. I just like how they look on me. Let's get into it. First, we're gonna start with foundation. I used to use the ABH foundation stick. It was like this matte, like, foundation stick, but I don't have it anymore. This one is also old, but it's not as old. This is the Hello Happy Air Stick Foundation from Benefit. It is, as you can see, not the right shade. I'm just gonna go with it. Let's hope I don't break out, because the reason I stopped using this was because it broke me out. Now I'm just gonna take this brush and I'm gonna buff it in. When I was in high school, I did as matte makeup as I possibly could. The foundations that I used back then were the ABH one, like I said, but that was more for like days where I really wanted to do my makeup, like for choir concerts and like events. But for the most part, I would also use Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me. I also had L'Oreal True Match. I think that's what it's called. True Match, the one in the bottle that has no pump. I hate that packaging, but it was a nice foundation and I liked how it looked. If you don't look at my chest too hard, it looks okay. I don't have the concealer that I used in high school, and I honestly don't really want to get it because I used to use the Maybelline Age Rewind, and it has a very similar applicator to this Revlon one, and they're both drugstore, so I'm just gonna use it. But the Maybelline Age Rewind, like one day, just started making my eyes burn, and it kind of traumatized me, so I just never used it again. I used to apply this thing like all over my under eyes like this in the triangle. Oh god, it's so wasteful. This literally makes me like physically cringe. Also, not gonna lie, I did not use a brush for my makeup back then. I would use a beauty sponge, like the Real Techniques one or the Morphe one. No, I used Morphe in college. Real Techniques. But I am not using a beauty sponge ever again. Next, I'm going in with a setting powder and I'm literally gonna bake. Oh god. You're probably wondering, did she really put all this makeup on at 6 in the morning before going to public school? Yes. Especially near the end, because that's when I really got into makeup. It was a lot of work, and some days I went fully barefaced, but I would either go fully barefaced or full cake face. It was like literally my thing. Like I would be known for having a full face of makeup, fake lashes included most of the time. I even was voted best eyebrows because people knew me as the girl who always had her eyebrows done even at like fucking the crack of dawn. This already feels uncomfortable, but I'm just gonna let it sit and do my eyebrows. You're probably assuming that I used ABH Dip Brow in high school like everybody else. You would be wrong, because I couldn't afford ABH Dip Brow until I started working at Ulta in college, which was 2017, 2018, by the way. I would use the Milani Stay Put Brow. This is the exact one that I would use every day in high school. Or I would use the ColourPop Black and Brown brow color. These are the exact same ones that I've used in high school. But this one, the Milani one, is empty, so I'm going to use the ColourPop if it's not dried out. I literally was so obsessed with this, and everybody would always ask what I used on my brows, and I would tell them that it was this. Ooh, it is hard as a rock. We're not using that. Dip Brown Ebony. Yeah, like I said, I used this like in college. Oh my god, this one hasn't been used yet. Oh, it's so soft. It is brand new. You know what? Let's just go into it. We weren't gonna touch it otherwise. The ColourPop one. I remember everybody back then used to ask me what I used on my brows, and I put everybody on that ColourPop thing because it was like $6 and it made your brows look so nice. And like everybody just, oh my god. Not everybody, okay? I don't want to sound like pretentious, but like I just remember a lot of my friends would like ask for my eyebrow advice all the time. It was so funny. But I used to just like line the arch area to the tip and then fill that in because you had to get the gradient, you know? So I would just fill that in. I can't believe I used ebony. This is so dark. Slowly bring it to the front. This is really bringing me back. And I don't know if that's a good thing. Normally, I would go in with you know what? Let's just do it. That's how to do this. We all did it back then. Just take your concealer. Oh my god, this is giving me insane flashbacks. A lot of the makeup trends that we reminisce about, I was already in college for them. I think that like era was just blooming because when I was in high school, it was like 2016, 2017. And I honestly feel like the true like height of it was 2018. The reason I'm doing my eyebrows similar to how I did it in like the later years of high school was because in early high school, I literally didn't do my brows. I didn't do complexion. All I did were my eyes. So my eyes are gonna be the thing that's mostly from like freshman, sophomore year, but junior, senior year is like the rest of the face because that's when I did it. I didn't own an eyeshadow palette in early high school. I only owned some Essence like cream eyeshadow pencils, and I would use those on my eyes, and they were way too light for me because everybody who gifted me makeup was paler than me, and sometimes I would steal makeup from my mom who was paler than me, who is paler than me, and it would be Clinique, and I don't have any of those anymore because I threw them all out. So I'm gonna go in with this palette because it was very similar, and what I would do is I would take this like light pink and I would just sweep that over my eyes like this. And it would be like far too ashy for me, but did I care? No. We're going in with a darker pink eyeshadow. And I would do it really sloppy too. Like I wouldn't really blend too much. I would just, you know, throw it in there and then go to school because it was 6 a.m. So yeah. Oh, fun fact about me is that I was introduced to makeup like my mom wore makeup all the time and I would watch her do it, but I learned makeup techniques originally from beauty people who recreated K-pop looks. So like my intro to makeup and K-pop were at the same time because I was a huge Bubs Beauty fan, and I remember she was like into 4 Minute, and she also did like a Hyuna bubble pop inspired makeup look, and I thought it was just so interesting, and I fell down this rabbit hole at 12 years old, mind you, of 1, K-pop, but 2, Korean makeup. And I remember, I think it's called like Uljang, like it's Ulzzang. And I'm pretty sure it means best face. But that's where I learned about contouring your aegyeosal. So like I would do that in like late middle school, early high school. And then, but like during high school, I like wasn't into K-pop anymore because it triggered a lot of body issues for me. Like internalized colorism and fat phobia. But you know how it goes. But yeah, it just gave me a lot of issues, so I stepped away from it, and I thought that I was like holier than thou for criticizing the K-pop industry's toxic beauty standards, which like now that I'm a K-pop fan again, like everybody does that. K-pop is where I learned how to do makeup, and looking back, like I think a lot of those techniques were actually Chinese makeup techniques, like Douyin makeup. Just reminds me of my youth. I don't have the exact Essence pencil, but I have this shadow stick from About Face that does pretty much the same thing. And I'm literally just going to, what I used to do is I would take the pencil and I would just go under my eyes, but I would do like a lot. Like it would be like borderline ashy. Now we're doing eyeliner, and I'm gonna do how I did my eyeliner, the same era that I did my makeup like this. My wing was not good in early high school. I was kind of, I don't know why, I don't know what got into me, but I would literally do it like this. So I'm gonna use this About Face eye paint because I can't find my backup eyeliners. But I literally used to do the weirdest eyeliner shape. I feel like it made my eyes look rounder. Take the liner and just like cover. I would put so much eyeliner that when I opened my eyes, you would only see eyeliner. Then the wing would go straight up. Oh shoot. Just like that. Whoa! This looks crazy. I'm just adding more of this white to my inner corner because I would just make it really bright. Oh my god. So take some of the black and I would put it like on the outer edge of my eye. Just like that. I think I would smudge it back then with my mascara, but I'm just gonna put it with liner because I'm already doing it. Wow, I'm like looking at it. I have a reference photo right in front of me and I'm like, this is so weird. I just realized I never dusted off my bake. I actually have the exact palettes that I used to contour with back then. It was this Wet n Wild duo. Me and my friend Delilah. Oh my god, Delilah, if you're watching this, hi. We're still friends. But we used to be obsessed with that thing because it was so cheap and like worked really well. And then I would also use this one, but this one doesn't work as well. But this one has more powder in it, so I'm just gonna go with it. I'm just gonna take this same brush, and then I literally just used to, I didn't even understand like face shapes. I was just like, you know what, you put it under your cheekbones and you go for it. Next, we're going in with mascara. Again, I don't have the actual mascara I used because it was this really old Clinique sample that I ran into the ground. Literally, my mom would get Clinique samples from the counter because the only time she would buy makeup was if Clinique was giving a free gift. And I would sometimes steal the mascara samples and just put a bunch of it on. Wow, I forgot how much I like this mascara. It's not bad. Damn, I haven't even curled my lashes yet, and my lashes look really good. Sorry, Benefit, I didn't know you were like that. I'm also gonna apply it to my lower lashes, but I would smudge it a little bit to kind of double as a tight liner. And I remember people would literally point out to me all the time like, oh, your mascara is smudged. And I'm like, yeah, I did that on purpose because I'm different. My senior year of high school, I wore lashes every day. I remember I would wear these e.l.f. lashes. They were either these e.l.f. lashes or these Daiso ones because, again, I didn't have much money because I was a teenager. They were literally exactly like this style. They're called manga lashes, but I recently learned that manga lashes are just like, they're actually from Chinese beauty trends. But yeah, I remember there was this girl. I was in my AP math class one time and like everybody there is super smart and whatever. And I'm trying to like explain to this girl like the homework and she just like interrupts me and goes, Natalie, are you wearing fake lashes to school? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, wow, you have time to put on fake lashes every day? And I was like, I like how they look. It was like at a time where wearing fake lashes was kind of like, oh, is it prom? You know, like people would only wear fake lashes if they were going to an event because who's gonna get up at 6 a.m. to do fake lashes, you know? But me, I got up at 6 a.m. to put on fake lashes. If I didn't do anything else, it was my eyebrows and my lashes. Like that was it. Like that's all I cared about. And honestly, I was ahead of my time because fast forward to 2017, 2018, everybody wears fake lashes every day, all the time. Like it's normal now. But back then, like people thought that I was weird. It's like, oh my god. I remember this is exactly like if I did my makeup like this in high school, which I did, but like days that I looked exactly like this, I would be like, wow, I am so good at makeup. Like I look so pretty. Because I back then wanted my eyes to look really, really round. And I think I did it. I'm gonna apply blush now. This was the exact one that I used back then because I loved peach. And this blush is really pretty. It has like some pearls in it. I'm just gonna apply that. At this point, I would have taken a fan brush and a ColourPop Super Shock Cheek highlighter, but I don't have one, so I'm gonna use this Kaja one, and I'm just gonna go crazy. I really would just copy what other people did. I didn't know what worked on my face. Like nowadays, I don't think I would have highlighted this aggressively, obviously. In 2023, I just prefer to highlight like right at the front because that's where like the light hits. And my cheekbones are like naturally pretty high, so it's like I didn't need to be highlighting it that hard. We would literally pile this on back then. I remember like they would even say like in between the layers of highlight, put setting spray so that it would like stick better. Oh my god. It was literally our personality trait. Lastly, back then, everybody was obsessed with mauve lips. And I'm not gonna use the ColourPop liquid lips that I had back then. Lumiere 2. It's disgusting and old and probably has mold in it. But I'm gonna use this one from Pixi that's pretty close in color. Yup. Just like that. Disturbed. I remember I had this like lip crayon from Forever 21 and it was pretty much just like this one. And I would use it all the time. Like I kept it in my bag and I would reapply it throughout the day. We also would overline, of course. And I don't know why everybody wanted the maddest, most butthole-esque lip back then. Literally so uncomfortable. And after lunch, it would be like cracking and like rolling up into little balls and falling off. Like that was so uncomfortable, and I don't know why we subjected ourselves to that. But yeah, that is pretty much it. All that's left is the aggressive side part. And I think back then I don't remember if I parted my hair on this side or the other side, but I'm gonna do this way. This is literally, oh my god, I need to insert pictures so that we can have a side-by-side comparison. Now I need to put on an outfit. Just caught a glimpse of myself in bathroom lighting and got scared. This is the final look. This is hilarious. I don't hate all of it. I hate a lot of it though. The brows are not bad. I think that they were really fun for the time period. I don't think I would do my liner like this again, maybe? I don't know. I kind of like how round it makes my eyes look. Kind of makes me feel like I'm 16 again. The lashes I'm obviously gonna keep doing because I still use lashes like these. The lips, I will never do these again. This is the most uncomfortable lip ever. I don't know why. The contour, no, makes me reminisce, and for that, I appreciate it for what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. So cold without your touch. I've been dreaming way too much. Can we just turn this into reality? 'Cause I've been thinking about you lately. Maybe you could save me from this crazy world we live in. And I know it could happen, 'cause you know that I've been feeling you.